Hey everybody, this is Dr. Nashley with the Garden of Nash, and today we got a special guest. We have my mother here. Say hello.
Hi.
All right, so if you recall, we've been doing a series or starting a series of my top picks for 2026. And so we're actually breaking these down into a few different categories. We'll be doing, or if you haven't seen a video already, on herbs, also vegetables, fruit trees, as well as flowers. And today's topic is about flowers because I actually grew several flowers last year, but what I realized is that I want to bring more this year. I want to bring more so I can enhance just the aesthetics of the garden, along with the vegetables and the fruit trees and things like that. But it just adds an extra uplift. I think also, as we know, the pollinators love the flowers, so the butterflies, the bees, my hummingbirds. So I'm wondering if I can get more flowers going and figure out how I can also do flowers throughout the entire year. So not just one season here, one season there. I want to see how we can plant flowers that will produce blooms and bring those pollinators throughout every season. As you saw during the Garden of Nash last year, we had spring garden. We had early spring, late spring, early summer, late summer. We even did a garden through the winter. We even got some greens still over here, and some other things back there, some herbs. And so flowers can be a big part of that. And so I brought my flower expert here, the one that I know the most and the closest, and she's been on me all my life. And if you recall, my mom was actually on a previous video where we were talking about how to get rid of moles and voles in your garden. And so she was in that video with her dog friends. And so if you want to check that video out too, definitely go back and check that out as well, and we'll link it above. So let's get straight to it. All right, so I know that you have already started and looking at some flowers for your own garden.
I have.
I know you're in town. Of course, we're 7B, 8A region in Georgia. You're in Central Mississippi.
Yes.
And so tell us
Zone
some of
8.
the things that you're growing already
Um,
or hoping to grow.
Really, I'm concentrating on the season that we are in now. So my camellias, for the winter bloomings, there are special species of camellias that bloom in the winter. And so I have a few of those blooming right now. I have some snapdragon. They grow and bloom this time of year. And I have pansies put out.
Yeah.
The silver dusters, they continue to be silver all year round. So you can always depend on the silver dusters. And so
Okay.
that's what I'm growing right now, and that's what I see when I look out my window, because as a flower gardener, you know, I've identified myself as a flower gardener. I used to grow vegetables, and I used to make sure that whatever I grew that I could eat. But to me, the stimulation comes from the blooms. So even if the vegetables that bloom, you see the small blooms and then the fruit, but in the blooming of different species of flowers, flowering, I love that the most. So I've decided to be a flower gardener.
All right. All right. Well, and as y'all know, we come from a long line of gardeners. So
Yes, my mother and my grandmother
yeah,
were flower gardeners, and my grandmother was a vegetable gardener as well.
And I think just to kick it off, you all probably have seen my previous video, the gardenia is actually sitting right over here. That was actually from her garden. So
Yeah,
I
that's a
planted
Cape
that.
Jasmine.
Cape
I,
Jasmine,
yeah, I grafted from my Cape Jasmine,
Yeah.
and both of you girls, and still growing today.
Yeah, and it is huge. So I'll get some footage of that as well. But let's get into some of the things that are already blooming that we want to put out before we get to our seeds. So first thing I'll talk about is our roses. So I actually found a awesome rose sale for these cow pot roses, as they call them. These are the pots. You can plant these directly into the soil, or you can take them out of the pot and put them somewhere.
So it's biodegradable?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Now, This one in particular is a hybrid tea rose, and it's what they call a blue girl. And it looks kind of purplish. Y'all know I'm a purple lover, so I have about 4 of these, the 2 of these, and then 2 other colors, so 4 total. I actually want to put these out in my front yard because I think I did pretty good last year with lantanas and daisies, Shasta daisies. I'm trying to step it up a little bit this year, so I think this will really be an eye catcher.
Don't be surprised if your hybrid one year turn to a red rose, because hybrids, they're starting off red roses, but then sometimes the colors change to what the base color of the rose was, which is probably red.
Yeah. And that kind of gets into, like, sometimes when you're planting a seed, just because you think it came from a certain group of plants, or you really don't know who the parents are, in other words. So I think it's similar. We were talking the other day about sometimes you grow plants that are organic, doesn't mean it's going to produce an organic fruit, because if it's not pollinated with the organic, pollen from a pollinator that went to another organic plant, then it could be pollinated with something that's not organic. So all these things are important to know in the garden.
That's just like dahlias. If you're planning to plant some dahlias for the summer, some dahlias, depending on if you get a seed of dahlias, you don't know what color you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But that's how that works too. Also.
Yeah, I love too that roses, you can plant them right away. We're in January, so get them in the ground. They're already starting to bud, which is great. And so definitely can get a move on those right away. All right,
those are new sprouts.
Yeah. So let's go into what we have here. This
Primrose.
is primrose. We got 2 actually. I got these from a local nursery. So I got the yellow ones and I got the pink ones. And these are annuals, but I do think that they'll be really good. I think it could be a possibility if you keep them covered that they could come back and become perennials, just on how you take care of them and how the season does during that winter season. So really love the way these look, and I'm hoping these will really blossom and bring these out. I haven't decided if I'm gonna put these in the front or the back yet, but I'm sure wherever they go, they're gonna be beautiful.
And they'll bloom until about May.
Okay. Awesome.
Depending on your area.
Awesome.
And they're primrose mostly. Like you said, they'll be perennial. They'll come back every year for you.
Okay. Yeah. I'm hoping so. And these actually have a hint of yellow in the middle.
Don't you just love that?
Yeah, they're so unique. So again,
so my primrose, I don't have primrose per se, but I grew them a while ago. Sometimes some plants when we say perennials, they'll come back every year for a maximum of 3 or 4 years, and then they will go dormant and they'll be missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you want to? It was like the shades coming. Did you want to move your chair forward a little bit?
Okay.
Oh. You want to step into the light?
Caroline.
Well, it's not too much, I guess. Well, it's okay. As long as you're fine.
I'm good.
All right, y'all. So we're moving along here.
Violas.
We got our violas. Again, y'all know I'm a purple girl, so I saw the purple and then with the yellow touch, I thought it would be really good. These they're very small, but it looks like they're gonna take over. I'm hoping that it does. I'll plant this at a place where I don't mind. I have quite a bit of yard space. So could possibly put it in a bed in the front or one of our raised beds that we got over the break. Y'all know recently got married, and so we got a lot of great wedding gifts. Thanks to everybody who gave and contributed. So we'll probably put these in one of those beds as well.
And these are working pots as well.
Okay.
If you want to, put them in pots. You can put both of these grouped together in a pot. Also, if you wanted to get some pansies, the pansies, they look like violas, and they're pretty much in the same family, but the pansies blooms are much bigger.
Yeah.
Much bigger. And they come in a variety of colors.
Yeah, we actually had pansies out here, I think last year, and I love them too. They last throughout early spring, through most of the winter too. I probably would have kept them covered. They probably would have still been
they wouldn't, because when the sun comes and it's really hot outside, they're gonna go on and die out.
Oh yeah, during the summer, they're gonna die. But during the winter, the ones that I had,
yes,
I probably could have, if I would have paid a little bit more attention.
They're supposed to be designed to last through the winter.
Yeah.
I don't know why yours died. something you must have done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta stay on top of it, y'all. All right, so now we're gonna get to some of our seeds. Now, these are some of the things that we want to grow. Again, probably start them indoors. We want to make sure that we're about 6 weeks. I think I checked. Good Friday should be coming early April, so usually around Easter, Good Friday timing. That solstice period where we get into spring. That's when we're seeing our last frost here, and so we're gonna look 4 to 6 weeks before that. Which is around.
It's about now.
Yeah, well, it'll between now and mid-February. We got some time to sow indoors, and so I think that now's as great a time as ever to give it a shot. So let's just go through some of these. So let's talk about. We have a calendula, which is a pot marigold, and then we have an African marigold. Now, of course. I grew marigolds last year as a co-planter next to some of my vegetables, and it's known to be really great for pollinators, and it keeps away a lot of the pests in the garden. And so I was reading that not all marigolds have the, I think there's a chemical or something, a substance in it that actually repels a lot of the unwanted pests in the garden. We actually got a video on Bye Bye Garden Bugs where I talk a little bit more about this, but I was doing some research, and some of these marigolds actually do have more of that substance that is more of a repellent for those unwanted pests.
Smells like a damp mop.
Oh, the marigolds?
Marigolds.
Oh, to me, well, I like the way the mop marigolds smell, so I
And
don't
that's
know.
the repellent, I believe, that, if you plant them with your vegetable garden, keep the pests away.
Yeah, yeah. I think that between these two, we should be able to get them started. Now, I think some of these actually do better if you want to direct sow them in the spring than they'll do throughout the spring and summer. And so the idea is that to do some succession planting where we'll have marigolds throughout the entire season.
Right. You can start them indoors in your seeds, for seeds indoors, and then when you plant them after the frost, then you can succession planting direct in the soil.
Yeah.
After that, when the soil warms up to about 60, 65, 70 degrees, because they like warm soil.
And by the way, guys, we got these seeds for half off. These are actually old seeds that, once the new year hits and the nurseries and the stores, the big box stores, they put out new seeds and they mark the other ones off. And they're fine. The seeds are fine. You may have a little bit lesser chance of them germinating, but you just plant more. Again, they're half off, so you're saving money. So we racked up on lots and lots. And be sure to stay tuned for our following videos on some of the other seeds that we got. But some of these are those half off seeds that we got. So we got our marigolds. Let's talk about our nasturtium. Now, this is so pretty. And I saw a couple folks that I follow, I think Farm Unique and the Salty Dog Homestead and some of those other folks out there, Yellow Door Homestead. You all always talk about nasturtium, so I definitely wanted to give it a shot. I hear you can also eat these, so they're edible.
I've never grown these.
Yeah, I mean, I never really heard of. I think I've heard of them, I haven't grown them. But they are a great repellent for pests as well. I think I saw some people that co-plant these with their greens, and so to help keep the pests off the greens. And so, if you remember last year, we planted lettuce pretty early. And it did really well towards the end. Of course, the summer, they started getting pests on there. So maybe this will be something that'll help repel those pests. I think that they have these really big petals. I hear you put them in salads. I'm thinking about doing a video on the HOA-proof garden. So stay tuned. It's the garden that people think plants are not edible, but they actually are edible. But the HOA will not complain. And so this will definitely be one of them that you could put in there.
Okay.
All
Good
right.
luck with that, HOA.
Yeah.
It's your way.
All right, moving along, we got a couple of, that's actually another marigold there.
Okay.
We have the sunflower.
I love the sunflower.
Yeah, you have you planted the sunflower?
I've
You like to talk
planted
about
sunflower, but not the red ones, but the yellow ones with the black center. They come in different species, and they're all beautiful.
Okay. Okay, well, I do love sunflowers. I have been able to plant a few. They didn't do as well. I put them up there on the hill, and the thing about the yard is that different times of the year, certain parts get more sun than others. And what I didn't realize is that part actually didn't get a lot of sun because of the shade that came.
They have to
with
have
certain
sun.
seasons. Yeah, these
They
are
have
absolutely
to 6 to 8 hours or more.
yeah. And so this one actually says evening sun, and so I got an idea where I'm going to put these. Definitely in the back, in the backyard, but definitely keeping in mind of how much sun is needed. All right, so got a couple more favorites here. The sweet pea.
Love sweet peas. You have another sweet pea.
I got two.
The famous author,
we
Eudora
go.
Welty, I visited her garden. Sometimes they have the garden tour during the early part of the year, and you get, sweet peas is one of her flowers that she grew in her garden. And it smells so delicious.
Yeah.
When you want an aroma in your garden, plant sweet peas.
Okay. I love the way they look, and these
But they grow long.
Yeah, they
and
get
you may
pretty
have
tall,
to stake
right?
them and
So-
either put a gate behind them or plant them near a gate or near a trellis.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that'll be really nice to have for. We have some trellises that we've built before, and this
Y'all
can kind
built
of grow up.
trellises?
Yeah, like for cucumbers.
Oh,
And
okay.
They're actually, you can reconfigure them however you want it. And I
Really?
also have some that are decorative metal, and I got an idea that these will grow really nicely growing up those. I use them for my peas, pole beans too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Well, each year they get thicker and grow taller and taller.
Okay, so
The
that's
more
good to know
blooms.
these are perennials. Okay, got it. Yeah,
So
I
you
love
don't really
those.
have to deadhead them as much. Well, you deadhead them to bring them indoors, really, so that your indoors can smell really delicious.
Okay.
But like
Yeah.
the marigolds, you have to deadhead them in order to get more blooms.
Yeah. So I think we got a few more here. These are a favorite right here, zinnias. I know you grow these a lot too.
Yeah, I
so-
got these from my grandmother. Me, my sister, my mother, we love zinnias. And I think it's because my grandmother loves zinnias.
Yeah.
And it's some flowers that you just are attracted to. Zinnias are so beautiful. And talking about butterflies and pollinators, plant your zinnias.
Yeah. And these are mostly, you saying, they come in the spring, more warmer time of year?
Oh yeah, they love it hot.
Yeah.
The
So-
hotter the better for zinnias.
So we're actually gonna probably wait till spring to plant these rather than
But you
start these
also can
indoors.
start them indoors.
Yeah.
And they'll be ready for the hot season when you get ready to plant them outdoors.
Yeah.
And the thing about zinnias, if I were you, I would succession plant these
Okay.
because when the zinnias get ready to go out, they don't look really good,
Uh-huh.
but they're beautiful in their full bloom. You can't beat them.
Yeah.
So,
Well-
but one thing else about zinnias, they like watering from the bottom. They don't like overhead watering.
Okay.
It
Okay.
spots the leaves and it causes little diseases. And when you're deadheading zinnias, make sure that you, if you do have spotting on your leaves, make sure you sterilize your clippers so that
Yeah.
you won't spread that to your other plants.
Yeah, makes sense. So, and we do that. We definitely do that in the vegetable garden too. But love zinnias that we'll be able to plant in a warmer season as well. Now, cosmos. So we actually got two different types of cosmos here. We have the Rubenza Cosmo and it's a Sensation Blend Cosmo. Now, these are also, I believe, kind of similar to the sweet peas. They kind of grow a little bit taller.
I've never grown cosmos, but they're
yeah,
beautiful.
and they're more
I'd like to try
warmer.
them. Once you get
Yeah,
you
yeah.
plant
no,
with your
that's-
seed, you bring me some in Mississippi,
Yeah, well, no, definitely.
and we'll try them.
Yeah, that's the whole point in the garden. We love to share swap seeds. I think for these, when it gets a little bit warmer, say it blooms from the summer to the frost. So later in the season, we might plant these. You may also want to plant these along the time or right after we do the zinnias. But I think it's going to be a good addition, something that I just trying out. And
Now this is a newbie.
yeah, last but not least here, we're trying something new here. The Lobella, Cambridge Blue Lobella. I just like the color on this.
I love it.
If y'all remember, of course, you know the cameraman, he is actually not here today, but his favorite color is blue. So I thought about him when I was doing this, and I was looking at this since I never grown it before. It takes maybe 2 or 3 weeks to germinate and emerge, so it's a longer germination time. But I think when we do get ready to see it, this is 1 to 2 weeks after your average last frost date. But remember, if you planted something on the inside, you can pretty much start it whenever, just as long as when you put it out, it is protected from any type of frost. So I'm excited to see what this looks like. It looks like it's gonna be pretty tall as well. And so we do need full sun to part shade. So I think this will be a good one for something that's up on the hill that does get partial sun. So we could test that out as well.
Yeah, I love
So,
that.
all right. So any other ones missing or things that you may have came
There
up with?
are a host of a lot of plants. Where you can go to Google University to find out what's growing best in your area, or take a visit to your local garden center, and see what's growing in your local garden center
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
see what can grow in your area.
Yeah, some of my best plants are from local farmers markets and nurseries, heirloom plants, things that you would never would have thought. And also, don't be afraid to order seeds. There's a lot of places out there you can order seeds from. I haven't gotten too much into ordering seeds, but that's something I definitely want to do, progressing a little bit more down through the year. All right, so
All right.
thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is Dr. Nash with the Garden of Nash. This is my mom,
Tony?
and we are here. We'll tell you all about the flowers, our top picks for 2026. Definitely stay tuned to all the great things happening in the Garden of Nash. We got more videos coming for sure. Can't wait to get this garden season kicked off.
So
We
exciting.
Got so many tips for you all. The way we think through things, we would like to show you the good, the bad, the ugly. And just remember, like, the more you grow, the more you know. Have you started your garden yet?
Have you?